Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
Single best idea. We'll be quick about it. David Seif joined us with Nomura. And we talked about the economics at hand, the economics of the moment. Here's David Seif on the view forward.
I think this is an increasing investor concern, and I would say a concern of mine as well. Over the past couple of months, we've seen, I'd say, really starting in April with sort of post-Liberation Day announcement, and then events in the UK, events in Japan.
Red Sox got Bregman,
exactly. We've seen crisis happens, the back end sells off, the crisis then is resolved, and the back end doesn't come back. So the yield spikes. And then when the crisis is solved, it just sort of stays there. It doesn't get any worse. But we've seen this steady steepening of the curve, and it's not the good kind of steepening. It's not the kind of steepening where people are like, the economy is going to be growing better, and therefore longer term rate should be, or yield should be higher. It's the kind of steepening where people are like, I'm a little worried about what inflation is going to be like globally. I'm a little worried about, what the future holds in terms of risk, and therefore I demand a higher risk premium for locking my money up, even with these very safe, developed market economies like in the US, UK, Japan.
David Seif, he's with Nomura as well. Special moment on the show today. We'll make this a point of explanation, I guess is how I would put it. You have to start somewhere. And long ago and far away, I started with the support of a small shop called Goldman Sachs. It was Jim O'Neill in London. One day we sat in the basement of Finsbury Square and moved the Japanese yen. I should say Mr. O'Neill moved the Japanese yen, now Lord O'Neill. And in America, it was a tandem of Bill Dudley and Ed McKelvey. Of course, Mr. Dudley went on to the New York Fed and associated economic acclaim. At the time, they had two youngsters working for them. One was Jan Hatzius, who has just done so well with Goldman Sachs Economics, and Jens Nordvig, more on foreign exchange, from Denmark. Jens Nordvig was on the show today, and as the president went after the leadership of Goldman Sachs, and the president went after Jan Hatzius of Goldman Sachs, we asked Jens Nordvig to delicately comment.
It's rare that you have a situation where the president of the United States is involved in some kind of tension with an economist at a bank, right? So we're in an unusual situation. So I think Jan is going to continue to do his research, continue to do his forecasting, and hopefully the management will be dealing with that appropriately.
A delicate moment. That's what the management is for. It is an incredibly busy August. So much for the summer lull. Really special conversation today with Michael McKee about Reykjavik and Gorbachev and Reagan. Anne-Marie Horton traveling to Anchorage. And we thank Stephanie Baker and her wonderful book on Putin and sanctions for being with us as well. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify Podcasts. And on YouTube Podcasts. It's Single Best Idea.